Hi everyone, this is Amanda and welcome to my channel. And I have a haul from AliExpress and it's all dies except for one related to the holiday season. And this took a long time to compile because I waited, for things to come in, which that is the drawback from AliExpress, is that it takes a while to get your items. But you can get a lot of assortment for a little bit of money. And this is not to take away from anybody else who creates dies or makes their dies. I buy those too. But I do like to show you what's available at AliExpress. So let's dig in, and I've cut some examples so I can show you. We'll start first with this little border here. And you can use this on the side like a card. You could, just have it like a border, like the edge of the top flap of a card. You could use it as decoration. And I did it out of silver paper, and my thought was to put it at the top of a card. So I really like that die. And I'll put all the prices I paid and the AliExpress stores that I purchased them from below. And I won't put the links. I will just put a link to AliExpress in general, and then you can search for the store, because when I try to copy the name of it, it is way too long, and I won't be able to fit all of it in the description box below. And then as always, for those who do not want to purchase from AliExpress but you're interested in the dies, I will provide some links for you of other places you can get them. So all that said, let's continue on. This one I had not seen before, and it's a pine cone, and I thought it was so cute. And this is what it looks like punched out or cut, die cut. And all these little things, they kind of like, you can add texture, dimension with these little like kind of openings, but they're not cutouts. Next is a pretty familiar scene, which is like a little bit of a landscape, a couple trees and a little deer family. And the cutout for this looks like this. And it's probably smaller than some you might have seen commercially, locally. There's that. This one is one of my favorites, and it's a fireplace with little ornaments here and some presents on top, a candle, just decorated. And I tried making this out of a brick looking piece of paper, and it didn't turn out so well. I think I'd like a solid color. Let me see if I can get a piece of paper. It might make it easier for you to see that way. I mean, I still like the die. I love it. And this was using the Milk and Cookies, Doodlebug Milk and Cookies paper. And it's still cute. I mean, you can still do a lot with it. I mean, even like that against a white background. But it wasn't what I was going for. I guess that's what I should say. It wasn't what I was trying to get. The next one, I've gotten trees before, but I just love them, and I got some different ones. This was a set of 3, and from that set of 3, I made 3 different trees. I made the white one, a green one, and a silver one. And they all have those little openings that give the dimension without being all the way cut. And these are really nice too. They come in really handy, even for cards that are not Christmas related. Let's do this little guy. Here is a gingerbread man. I love him. And when I cut it out, this is what it looks like, and it is just a perfect little gingerbread man. I mean, it's just perfect. I mean, it's cut so clean and pretty. I love him. Can't wait to use them. I don't know why. I'm really liking gingerbread men this year, and it's never been on my radar before, but I do like it. So anyway, the next one is this snowman, and you can see it's got all these swirly little cutouts here. And believe it or not, I had no problem cutting this guy. Was not difficult to cut out at all, and I made a card using this die. And it's not one of my favorite cards I've made or anything, but it gives you an idea of what it looks like on the back. You know, when it's cut out against a dark background that has, I put some Wink of Stella on the scarf that looks really nice. And then this is actually my white gel pen on the back. So that's what I did with this one. Next we have a bell, which I didn't have any bells like this anyway, because this could be like an ornament, and I think if you cut it out of bigger paper, or I mean thicker or heavier paper, you probably actually could use this as an ornament, as a gift tag, because it has this little hole here. And this is the gold paper used by Tim Holtz, or it's Tim Holtz paper, and it's really a nice quality paper. And I think you might need something a little bit thicker if you were to use this as an actual ornament, but it is pretty gorgeous. Next, let's talk about the nativity scene. This is precious. It's absolutely gorgeous. And it has the three wise men, Mary, Joseph, and baby Jesus. And then it's got like some little palm trees and then the star here. And this one looks like this cut out. It's very, very, I would say, fine. And if it was a person, I'd say that it's very petite. But it's not a person, so I don't know how to explain it. But it's very fragile, I would say. That's probably a better way to put it. So there's that. And that would make really nice Christmas cards, and I have the perfect paper to make cards with that. So I can't wait to do that. An angel with a trumpet. And I'll try to show you this. I really love it. I think I would like it better if I cut it out in gold. I think it would be really pretty. I tried my hand at a few of these dies that are one piece, and they create like a little scene. And I think I need a lot more practice with these, because this is what I got. This is how it came out. Let me show that to you. But honestly, I had to remove the little snowflakes up here because I didn't cut very well. So I would need some more practice with that. But this is what it looks like. And it's very, very substantial. It's a real solid piece. Next, we'll move on to my gold star, which is gorgeous. I guess I should show the die first. It's beautiful, and I had no trouble cutting this either. This one cut very nicely, and using that Tim Holtz gold paper just shines. So that's the star. And then I got another one of these full-size card pieces, and this is Merry Christmas with some trees and ornaments, and then it has this outside piece with it. So I cut this and I made this design. It made this design here, which I think I would use maybe a different color or something, but I think this would be really nice if you could sponge color in different places or on the background. So this was a nice piece, and it cut, but I had some difficulty with this one, but it still turned out pretty good. I love the little ornaments. You could even take your Copic markers or any kind of alcohol markers and color those in. Be beautiful. Let's go with this next tree, and it's an ornamental tree. So you have like a garland here and some little snowflakes that pop out, which when they pop out, I save them and use them for other projects. And I made a card using that die, and it's just a very simple card. It's a green tree on a red background, and then one of the little stars that I punched out from another item I put at the top. And then I put Wink of Stella in kind of like a garland type pattern, and then along the base here and the top of the packages. And I really like the way it looks because it's a very simple card, but the Wink of Stella adds so much little glistening. You can't really see it on the camera, but you can in person. So lovely. Love it, love it. Okay, so let's go with just a traditional little deer or moose. I guess this is a moose maybe with the antlers. I don't know. But this is what it looks like cut out, and it's absolutely darling. Love it. And another candle with the holly leaves and the berries. And this is another one that is very fragile, but it's not as fragile as the nativity scene, and it's pretty nice. I love it. I think this would look pretty even on a white background, you know, just to have like a solid white background with texture. I think that'd be pretty. Okay. Next, we have another scene, and this is a scene like you're looking down a street and you have like some Chinese lanterns here at the top and the street view of buildings and houses or storefronts, whatever you want them to be. Now this is what it looks like punched out, and I used white, and it looks like one of these pieces I need to cut because it didn't punch out all the way. But anyway, this is what it looks like, and I really don't know what to do with this, honestly, because the concept is awesome. I love the concept, but I'm trying to think, would I color it? Would I cut it out in a different color? Would the whole thing be gold or silver? And I just don't know what would make this look good. And if anybody has any ideas, feel free to share them with me, because I am always learning, and especially about die cutting, because this is still fairly, I would consider myself a novice at die cutting, and which is why I buy so many from AliExpress to begin with, is because I'm building my stock. I have not been buying them for years and years and years. Maybe a few in the last year, and that's pretty much it. So if anybody has any suggestions on how to use this die, because I really, really love it, and I think the concept is very cool, I just don't know how to put it into production. So there's that. And then the next thing I'm going to show you is one of my absolute favorites, and it's something unique that I haven't seen anywhere before, but maybe somebody else has. And it is this polar bear, mama bear, and baby bear. You've got an ice block here, and then a little snowflake. I love this so much. It is one of my favorites. So I will show you what I did with this die set. I'll set it over there. I just made a very simple little card. It's not anything glamorous, but I loved it. I just cut them out in white, and then I used my Copic markers around the edges just to add a little bit of, you know, like an outline as if you were matted it on paper, and then just a little Merry Christmas at the top. But I love this. I love this set, and I think I can probably do a lot more with this as well. So I'll set that aside. And the next one I have is a little set of birds on a branch, which I have a lot of stuff already that has the same concept, but it's different, of course. And then it looks like this when it's cut out. So I would probably color this with my Copic markers or sponge it with an ink, distressed ink or something. And I think it would be really pretty if you had a background paper of like birch trees or something. The next thing we'll look at are another die for bells, and this one is like the two bells together with a ribbon and holly around the top. And I chose to punch this one out in like a cream color paper, and my idea was still to make this, you know, to color it in some way, but to use to make it more vintage looking with the cream background. There. I've got all these little snowflakes. I'll show these to you now because these are, they came in a couple of different groupings, and I think this little one snuck in from my last haul, so I'll set that aside. But I have like, I believe 7, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I love buying snowflakes because to me all snowflakes are unique, and they're all different, and so I like to have an assortment. And this is kind of like what one of them looks like punched out. So that's that. And then let's see, I got Santa Claus in a sleigh. I love this one too. And this is how I got some of the gold stars, is that when they popped out of that. And it comes with 2 reindeer, so you can definitely make a scene with this. Now this one might be a copy or an imitation of another one that's out there, because I think I may have seen this one before, but it's probably, you know, different enough to make it different, but still very similar. And these look like this. So that's Santa's sleigh, and it's in gold. And then I did the 2 reindeer in brown. My only thought though is, how do you have Santa facing this way and the reindeer facing this way? Because these are the way they cut out. It wasn't like this was this way, because that's how I would think it would be. So I'm a little perplexed at this one because they are going opposite ways, but I think it's still kind of cute. I just maybe wouldn't use these deer with this. I'd use maybe my other one that looks kind of like a deer but it's a moose. I don't know, maybe I'd get a different punch or something, but I do like the Santa in the sleigh. Let's see, I have a couple of these pine leaves that I like that I used. I have actually, this is my washi tape from when I was taped it down to cut, but I actually purchased on Etsy like quite a long time ago. I'm talking like maybe 4 years ago or so, or 5 years ago. I bought die cuts in this shape, and I used them all. I just loved them. They had little fronds all over them, and I just loved them. So when I saw these, I had to get them because they're hard to find. And what I did with these is I made this card using the Graphic 45 Winter Wonderland kit. The next thing I'm going to show you is really, really fun. And I think I might actually have to find a different color paper to show this to you. I got a piece of pink here. So this is what the die looks like. All these little pieces, so you paper piece it. So this is what the moose looks like. So there's that. And then it comes with the antlers that you can piece together like that. And he's kind of winking. I think it's so cute. And then you have a little Santa hat and a nose. And there's a couple of little hoofs here, but I don't know what they're for. And I'm looking for his stomach. I have his, there's a little round stomach piece too. Maybe it's over here. It's probably on this white thing and I just can't see it. But anyway, there's a round piece for his stomach as well. And this is what it looks like. And I thought this just would look really good for scrapbook pages or something. It's so cute. I could use it for cards too. So I like that. And along the same vein is another one of them like this. and it's all these different ornaments and Christmas icons, and very solid. And so I just took these and I colored them with my Copics, and I'll spread them all out here for you to see. Okay, here we go. This is what they look like. I love them. I used the white gel pen I have, my Uniball, to make some stitch lines around this heart, to dot the bow here. I added just some real like little dots along the fur here, and then made a little garland here, all with the white gel pen. And then this little black part here on the ornament is my Papermate pen, my black Papermate. So let's just put all these over here. I think those are so adorable. I could see lots of uses for those even in my planner. I have a couple more things to show you, and we'll do this one first. It's a border, and it's all a little snow scene. And this is what it looks like when it's punched out. And I think you could use it as a border or at the top of a card. I did have trouble with one of my dies, and it was this one, which I thought I would share with you guys, that I had such a hard time punching this out. But again, you know, I'm still not the expert on die cutting. Maybe good at finding the dies, but so I wanted to show you what this looked like, and maybe somebody who has better experience doing this could do it better. But it actually, I think, makes two snowflakes, because the inside punches out and it will look like this on the bottom, and then this is the actual cutout on the top. So the negative space actually makes a second snowflake. So that is absolutely gorgeous, if you can get it to work. And then I bought one thing that was not a Christmas piece, and this was something you put at the top of a page or a piece of paper. So it's like an embellishment or an adornment or something like that on the top of a page. So like this would be cut like this. So it'd be like on the top. And people have used these. I've seen them in mini books and things like that. So I wanted to try one. And it turned out pretty well. You can't see it very good. And I, you know, of course, cut it off with a piece of paper. But this is what it looks like. It's pretty nifty. I got some of my washi tape. I taped all these down to cut them. And then the washi tape had a hard time coming off on some of them. Keep that in mind in case you do the same thing. And then I have two left, and they're ones that I made cards with. The first one is this giant full-size snowflake, kind of like window frame piece. I love this. It is just, I just love it. It's so cool and so neat. And then so what I did was I turned this into a card, but it's an oversized card, so I have to make the envelope myself. And this is what the card looks like. I used a couple of the snowflakes here. I stacked them on top of each other. And this little stamp is just Hero Arts. And they're brand new stamps, so it didn't ink down as well as I would have liked, but that's okay. But I like this. It's really pretty. And maybe I would choose a different background the next time, of course, but I like it. I think it would look really good on a dark background. And then the last thing I have to share, the last die set, is this little snowman family. And this is absolutely so adorable. It's so cute. It has lots of different little cutouts and just a lot of expressions and on the faces. So I took my Copic markers and I colored the cutout like this. And this is what I came up with. And after I was done coloring, I took my white gel pen again and just made a few highlights, and then I added some little rosy cheeks because they are outside. And then I took my blending marker and went around this, and then took one of my lighter blue, I don't know if it's some kind of a pale blue, and made it kind of fuzzy around the ends, which I love that effect. And then that's just another little simple greeting. And I would definitely do this part over again because I'm not a fan of this. So anyway, this is my latest haul from AliExpress, and it's definitely a bigger haul than any of my other ones, I believe. Maybe not, I don't know. It sure seemed like it because it took quite a while to get everything. But I'm very pleased, and I think I usually try to stay within $80 or $40 when I buy dies from AliExpress. But this time I will tell you, since I got so many, it was, I believe it was about $80 for everything. But with all the dies I got, it was still really good price because I got a lot. And I will put the prices and, like I said, the store down below in case you want to go over to AliExpress and look at those. And then for those of you who do not, I'll try to find links. Some of them I can never find, but some of them I might be able to. And then if anybody wants them but doesn't want to buy from AliExpress. And then if I see any that look like designers, I'll put those there as well in case anybody's looking for the designer cut or type that doesn't want to put their money on either AliExpress or Amazon or wherever else I find the Chinese dies. So I'll try to find other links for you there. And I think that's it. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel, and please feel free to give me comments below, any tips or tricks or whatever to die cutting or using dies, because I can use all the help I can get. And I know people have given me feedback in the past, and I have found it very, very helpful. And I like to take away stuff as well, as not just show it to everybody, but I like to learn stuff too. So anyway, thank you again for watching my video, and I hope you have a very good day. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.